Just dropping in. Geez, Lord Arne, what are you going in like that for? I don't need to meekly ask them permission to enter the room, surely. What did you come here for? Please, just leave us alone! See, this is what I mean. Diana, just bear with us for a second. Please listen to what we have to say. I refuse! Get out of here at once! I came here to clear up a misunderstanding. Be at ease. Eek! Well, what misunderstanding? You, the man sleeping in the bed. Stay away. It was not I who attacked you. It was my older twin brother. That's nonsense! Diana! Mistress, what's gotten into you? It's all right. Nothing like that will happen again. Please believe me. But... Take a good look. I'm not the one who attacked you, am I? You're his twin? That... does sound familiar. Kai? Diana, haven't you heard about that? No, not in the least. First of all, we've never met him before. My twin brother is a violent one indeed. It's quite the embarrassment. It appears he troubled you greatly as well. Is that right? You know, now that you say that, it feels really like you're not him. We managed to convince Kai. Now it's just Diana. Oh no! Don't let Diana's words reach Kai. Oh no! The maid didn't seem to trust the vampire's words, so she tried to question the gardener. However, the girl shouted loudly over her words so they wouldn't reach the gardener. If you can clear mini-games and reasoning without mistakes, you receive a reward from Z at the end. It won't cause any changes in the main story, but try your best. I failed last time, but I will do my best. Oh my god! Oh my god! That was really fast! Look, Diana, it's all fine! Well... Is this man really a different person? Yeah, I think so. If you say so, Kai, then... I'm having everyone assemble, so would you two come as well? But... I'll protect the two of you! As the next head of the Wainwood family, I won't let such an awful dispute happen again. If you are not the culprits, then you should accompany us. Your sneaking around is why you're under suspicion. I should have asked earlier, but who exactly are you? I am none other than... Let's hold off until everyone's present! Why were you so ready to just casually declare yourself a vampire? Should I not? Absolutely not! I felt there was no need to hide it. If I were appearing before humans, anyway. We'll explain later, so would you two go ahead to the waiting room? Huh. Okay. Sure, but... Kai, are you alright? I'm fine now. Besides, I don't want to stay in hiding anymore. Like the guy says, we should get going with them. Understood. Well, we'll go to the waiting room ahead of you. Thank you very much. Well, we've now assembled everyone. Now we head to the final stage. But first, we need to think about the connection between you and I, Lord Arne. If you just go in front of everyone and say, I am none other than the heinous vampire Arne Nurtite, that'd be really bad. In that case, you may decide. I decide? Indicate to me what kind of relation would be most appropriate for this situation. Incidentally, I did spread the rumor to the residents that Lynn Rainweb is a great detective. So, it would be convenient to have something that worked in tandem with that rumor. Then what if you're... How about if you're my mentor? Not bad. It wouldn't be unnatural for there to be a teacher or a mentor who taught me to be a detective? The great detective, Lynn Rainwib, has a Granius detective mentor. Yes, by connecting it to your rumor, I'd probably be able to spread that one. Grandinus detective? You're a great detective. As such, it's natural that I be greater, yes? Well, sure, but... And I don't want people to think that I'm on the same level as you. Did you really need to say that? What are you on about? It's important. Understood, Lord Arne. So you're my mentor and a grandiose detective. Well then, let's spread it now. Evilly? Bloodily? Now all preparations are in order. Let us go, Lynn Rainwib. Hey! Why are you interrupting? On the contrary, why do I need to wait every time? Fair. What? Legitimately fair. See, I knew it! Kai is the killer. What is going on in here? I'm trying to explain to you how that isn't true. Stop it, Bernard. Maybe you should just shut your trap. Bernard, get a hold of yourself. Quite the delightful scene we have here. Geez, stop hurrying ahead on your own. Don't blame the shortness of your legs on me. It's the height difference. Mistress, who is this? Don't worry about me. Rather, let me see the rest of your argument. What? He'll introduce himself shortly. Lord Arne, what are you doing stirring them up too? I had no intention of that. A new person showing up at this point. I've got it! This must be the true culprit! You should really keep your mouth shut, Bernard. Seriously, you? Lord Arne! Firstly, all of you sit down and relax. Why is somebody who just suddenly showed up running the show? Yeah, no kidding, if you don't explain yourself. Who indeed doth you be? Mistress, an explanation, please. Sit down. Bernard, let's sit for now. That might be a good idea. Oh, I like this music. It's a pleasure to meet you. I suppose I'll say that. My name is Arne. Oh, he bowed. Arne, you say it? I imagine you are aware that Lynn Rainwib here is a great detective? Huh? Mistress Lynn is what? You didn't know, Kai? The detective beauty of the Mammalian! The very reincarnation of Sherlock Holmes, you know? Huh, I had no idea. And who trained the great detective Lynn Rainwib? None other than me. You've heard the rumors, I'm sure? It can't be! The grandiose detective of the millennium! The very reincarnation of Sherlock Holmes! Sherlock Holmes got reincarnated twice? It seems things here were a bit too much for Lynn Rainwib to handle alone. So, I've come to finish the job. Aha! I've seen this plot beat in books too. Now, I have gathered you all here. I take it you know what that means. You figured out who killed the master. Precisely. Who could it have been? Now we will begin a delightful production, which shall bring the killer to light. Lord Arne's really getting into this. It feels like he's putting in some dramatic flair. But ever since he appeared, everyone's been caught up in his atmosphere. Maybe this is how a detective should act. That said, it'd be a bore to simply guess at the killer. Woman, come over here. Did the Dawith you mean me? You're the only woman in my sight. Am I mistaken? I very much a woman. Verily. Never hath I considered myself a man, forsooth. I don't quite understand what you're saying, but at any rate, come here. Not to worry, I won't bite. Understoodeth. You have quite a tortured way of speaking, don't you? Well, nothing of the sorteth. He just came out and said it. Why aren't I... Surely you're not gonna be like, Elsie is the killer, right? Haha! I never knew something so trite. Good. So Elsie isn't the killer. That I said nothing about. What? You old coot. What? How rude! Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Allow me to apologize. Incidentally, we have here 2 detectives. Would you happen to know what kind of entertainment can unfold at a time like this? A battle of reasoning in which they throw theories at one another, perhaps? Exactly. Lynn Rainweb? Yes! I will present my theory that this maid is the killer. What? What are you saying? As such, you must give your all to stop me. You're joking, right? I am not. We both possess the same information. It shouldn't be impossible, should it? What? Why? Because it's more delightful this way. But... This maid stands now on the gallows. What are you... You're serious about this. If you cannot save this maid, it will prove my theory correct. That this maid shall be your father's killer. Do you take issue with that? Why are you making me do this? You're a great detective, are you not? I'm not... Now. You ought not finish that sentence. Take a look at that maid's face. Mistress, please. Don't killeth me. Please save me. Are you kidding? Oh gosh, the pressure. Elsie. You're a great detective, so it mustn't be fine, right? What indeed did you want from me? Think back, Lynn Rainweb. What is this show that's about to begin? I get it, so that's what it is. Elsie, it'll be okay, because... I'm the next head of the Rainweb family, and a great detective. Leave everything to me. Mistress! That was a close one, Lynn Rainweb. No kidding, I nearly neglected to rise to the stage. So this is the play you prepared for me, where I'm the star. I didn't ask for a script that has that main character losing, you know. Well, we'll see about that. Perhaps it's a tragedy. It's already a tragedy. I don't want it to be any more of one. In that case, act like the star, Lynn Rainweb. Alright, Lord Arne, let's see if this is the proper stage for me. Oh boy. Okay, guys, I am not ready for this. We're gonna save... Oh, man. Get ready for lots and lots of mistakes, because... Oh, I don't know who it is. A smart person would read their notes, and I did not. Oh, no. Alright. Now, Lynn Rainweb, this is your final stage. I shall explain the rules of the delightful game you and I will be playing. Please do. I will tell you my theory proposing that this maid is your father's killer. If it is mistaken, point out how. If you cannot find a flaw, this maid is the killer. All this I've said already, but should you prove my theory incorrect, we will then switch roles. It won't be the end? That wouldn't settle anything, would it? I guess you're right, but... So then, I also, indeed, choose someone and theorize that they are the killer. I have to theorize? Be at ease, Lynn Rainweb. If your theory is wrong, I will certainly point it out. Unless you can create a flawless theory, the wrong person will not be named the killer. So then, that being said, do not submit crude theories. Even if the person you choose is the killer, I will point out any holes in your theory. True, I can't imagine you making a mistake. Meanwhile, I don't think I'll make perfect theories. So basically, on my turn, I can't let myself pick the killer. And on your turn, if you pick the killer, you'll definitely have a flawless theory. Understood. I'll make good use of your theories, Lord Arne. Come, Lynn Rainweb, let us dance joyfully together. Oh, man. Now, let us begin. Oh, no. Go right ahead! Prattling on about details would only make this drag on. As far as motive, any thoughts we might come up with would be little more than fantasies. As such, for this maid, I will choose to focus on her escape from the room. This maid herself testified that she went to the 3rd floor before Lynn Rainweb. She had a daily routine of bringing her master medicine. She could certainly enter simply by being invited in. After knocking you out, it wouldn't be difficult for her to push her master down into the basement. There were many weapons in the storeroom as well. She would also be capable of beheading the fake corpse. But the real question is her escape. The guard testifies that your father's room was locked. Thus, she must have locked the door and left the room, but this maid does not have a master key. The door cannot be locked from the outside, and your father's master key remained with his corpse. However, there was a route only this maid could use, namely the vents. After locking the door from inside the room, she escaped to the storeroom using the vents. This is how it was possible for her to murder your father. So, is my theory mistaken? Objection! The girl pointed out all the errors in the vampire's theory. Click at the image to select it. Be sure to select everything that's wrong. Click an image again to deselect it. Once you've made your selection, click the circle in the bottom right. Elsie doesn't have a master key. Elsie had a daily routine taking medicine to her master. That is true. Elsie escaped through the vents. I think... Will you go with this? I think it's gotta be that, because she didn't have a master key. Because Lynn said that she lost it. She'd have to borrow Gordon's in order to get into the room. But she never entered the room. Which I believe that hideout is in his bedroom. So that can't be right. Elsie had a daily routine taking medicine to her master. Elsie doesn't have a master key. That's where you're wrong. Oh no! I picked the wrong thing! No! Ah! What is it, Lynn Rainweb? Answer me already. What did I just see there? Anyways, I'll point out Lord Arne's mistakes. Select all mistaken claims. There may be more than one. Oh, okay. See, because I clicked that one. Yes? Okay, so I messed up. I actually did mean to select the one, but I guess I deselected it instead. Oh, whatever. I messed up. Elsie couldn't have escaped through the vents. Why is that? When I went through there, it was a den of dust bunnies. That's right. It was filled with dust. If Elsie had gone through there, it should have cleared out much of the dust. Precisely, Lynn Rainweb. Shoot. Mistress Lynn, thank you very much, very much. I'm glad to know you're not the killer, Elsie. You experienced those events personally, so that was a simple one, yes? But do keep up that pace. We might find the killer with surprisingly little effort. We're still only gone through one person. I know that's not enough to satisfy you, Lord Arne. Haha, you understand me rather well. Next, it is your turn, Lynn Rainweb. Choose someone to present as a killer. Lord Arne is serious. If I come up with a theory using some complicated trick, I'm sure I'd make a mistake somewhere. I don't have that kind of talent. And if the person I choose is the killer, I'll be giving them an escape route. So I have no choice but to choose people I know can't have done it. And have Lord Arne point out the flaws. I select Heinz. Me? running, Lynn Rainweb. Now present your theory why this person is the killer. Hines left the kitchen into the dining room. Rejected. The guard should have been in the dining room all the while. Leaving the kitchen undetected would be nigh impossible. Well, then he went out into the courtyard. Also rejected. There are guard dogs in the courtyard. If they barked, even that guard would have noticed. Anything else? Nothing else. This should be fine, because I know Hines couldn't have killed Father. I do understand your thinking, but even so, come up with some better theories. If you honestly intend to use me, then give the great Arne some entertainment. Right. Now my turn. Since the woman before was a maid, I shall select the other maid. Diana? From her testimony, there is no question that she acted together with the gardener. As such, I shall present a theory in which they were collaborators. So if I can't find a flaw, both of them are the killers. Kai's wounds haven't fully healed yet, so I'll represent the both of us. I mind not. Put your hopes in Lynn Rainweb. Without further ado, my theory is this. These two had no business going to your father's room, like the previous maid did. In other words, our point of focus should be how they intruded into his room. Listen carefully now, Lynn Rainweb. Yes. The gardener used the ladder to get from the courtyard to the second-floor guest room. And naturally, he used that same ladder to make it to the third floor as well. However, while the ladder can be dragged around, bringing it up to the second floor is no easy task. If you're alone, that is. Yes, that seems fair. However, the maid was in the guest room, so the two of them pulled the ladder into the terrace. One of the two entered into the mansion and visited your father's room to get his attention. During this time, the other entered through the window in his room and concealed themselves. This also explains why the door was locked. Because the maid possesses a master key. In addition, the gardener was able to take the murder weapon and the head outside of the mansion. So, is my theory mistaken? Objection! So, we know for a fact that she is afraid of heights. So she went out on the terrace to move that. That would have freaked her out. So I think we got him on that one. Let's see. The girl pointed out all the errors in the vampire's theory. The two cooperated to lift the ladder into the terrace. Kai climbed the ladder from the courtyard to the terrace. That's true. One of them went inside and headed to the master's room. Like that. So this should be... Diana and Kai couldn't have worked together to lift the ladder onto the terrace. Why's that? Diana has an extreme fear of heights, so she can't so much as go out on the terrace. And you're also wrong about one of them going through the house to Father's room. Why's that? Z testified that no one left the guest room until Bernard screamed. That's a contradiction. Correct again, Lynn Rainweb. I just need to figure out how to do the cards. I keep messing that up. Mistress Lynn, thank you very much. That's our mistress. It's only natural when you two didn't do it. Well done, seeing through my two traps. But this would hardly be worth my time if you couldn't see through something that simple. There are two people remaining. Lynn Rainweb, you took a cowardly move earlier, selecting the chef. But will you do the same again? I can't theorize as skillful as you, Lord Arne. So I have to choose someone whose actions are restricted. In other words, someone who very likely not the killer. So you say. Our game thus far has not decided the killer. Lynn Rainweb, the next person you choose will also be someone highly unlikely to be the killer. In essence, the one you do not choose is the one whom you suspect. Why do you have to say that? Have I said anything mistaken? Work up your resolve. That's what it means to find the killer amongst this lot. You must choose, Lynn Rainweb. Be at ease. I will dispute the guilt of that person you choose. So choose the one you do not want to be the killer. I'll... Yay! Mistress, I'm afraid it's your bedtime. I don't wanna! I can't sleep till Mother and Father come back. What are they doing? Your father and mother are having a grown-up conversation with guests that have come to visit. You must not interfere with them. How about this, mistress? I'll read you a story until you fall asleep. Really? Until I fall asleep? So if I don't fall asleep, you'll read forever. Indeed. Should you fail to fall asleep, I suppose I'll just have to read forever. So Gramps will have to read my stories all the way until morning. Yay! I would be grateful if you slept before then. There you are, mistress. I heard from Father, so this room is going to be remodeled? This room is full of memories with Mother. Why would he... Does he even care about her anymore? The Master loves your mother even now. That is why he said this room was much too painful without her here. I'm so worried. My memories of Mother only get further away with time. So to lose this room too. You need not worry, mistress. Precious memories remain no matter how much time passes. I say this having lived many years more than you, so trust my experience. I hope you're right. To prove it, shall I tell the stories of when you were just born, mistress? You were so fond of my mustache, you were always pulling at it. Heh. Mr. Slynn, of course you'll pick me, right? I mean, I'm not the killer. Look, don't you think Gordon did it? I'm a guard, you know? It's my job to protect everyone, right? Gordon's gone silent. He can't even make excuses, I'm sure of it. I choose... Bernard, say it, Bernard! I choose Gordon. What? You gotta be kidding me. Silence, human. This game is between myself and Lynn Rainweb. Do not add unnecessary comments. Gah! Well then, Lynn Rainweb, so you've chosen the old coot. Can you make a theory pinning him as the culprit? There'd have to be a way for his room to the 3rd floor that avoided detection by both the guard and Z. There isn't. I don't know how... So then, the old coot is not the killer either. In short... You're wrong! It's not me! I thought you were suspicious from the start. Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay. Okay. Ooh, I made comments about him. Okay. You would also know the resident's actions and thus find gaps and act within. And also, Rule 1, the first witness did it. Wasn't that written in the book you read? Seriously? You got it wrong. How unsightly. You should give up and confess. What is this? This is dumber than the dumbest gag comic. Hey, what the hell? Why are you looking at me like that? So it was you after all. He was suspicious from the start. Bernard, why? Sure it's Bernard? Show some evidence! There's no proof I killed him, right? Evidence, you say? It completely slipped my mind. You! Well, don't fret. I'll go get some now. Just wait patiently until I return. The rest of you don't lay a finger on the guard without evidence. We haven't confirmed him as the killer. Sure, bring whatever you think you can, because there's definitely nothing. And you all keep your grubby mitts off me, or it ain't gonna be pretty. Lynn Rainweb, come along. Okay? That was decently entertaining, Lynn Rainweb. Lord Arne, is Bernard really the killer? Why would you think that? Eh? If that were a fair way to decide the killer, we could have left it to a majority vote. What? Then what was all that? I mean, for me to have some fun. Didn't I say as much? It would be a bore to simply guess at the killer. You're kidding! Then what was I fighting so desperately for? That was not in vain. You demonstrated clear reasons why some could not have done the deed. Incidentally, our game didn't so much as touch upon the means of decapitation or the murder weapon, yes? Didn't you think it strange that it was all about the methods of intrusion? Well, a murder weapon wouldn't have been necessary to kill Father. You can't just consider these things piecemeal. And also, it's difficult to ignore something as unique as a headless corpse. Of course, I did intentionally not bring it up. Did you? Normally, one would consider not just actions at the time of the crime, but the murder weapon and methods. However, we know things that we normally would not. This gave us a clear picture of the servant's actions, and thus, we gave them undue focus. Lynn Rainweb, why did we have such knowledge? The reason we knew things that we shouldn't really know? Ah! The girl stood in front of the source of their knowledge. The reason we know the unknowable. The mirrors! What Z saw from here is the information we shouldn't actually know. Lord Arne, it's the mirrors, right? Indeed. Do you not realize? Huh? So it isn't the mirrors? Well, never mind. Indeed, I refer to the mirrors. You realize as well, don't you, Z? Huh? Wonder what you mean. I was just trying to help out. Were you now? What are you getting at? This is what I'm getting at. If we ignore the information Z saw from this mirror... Hold on, did you really need to break it? Of course. Have I done anything without a reason? Pretty frequently, yes! There's a reason for all my actions, namely my entertainment. Gah! I sort of understood as much, but to hear you say it without hesitation... I'd like to keep talking if you don't mind. Geez, yes, please continue. Indeed, if we ignore any information that Z saw, there's only one person who could move freely around the time of the crime, isn't there? They could go in and out of your father's room and even go to the basement. There was also an opportunity for them to put that note in your room, and they knew that vase had been broken. When there was no way of knowing. What a fool! Huh? Mr. Slynn, is something the matter? Hey, you hold it right there! Shut up! What are you doing not letting a guard, huh? And I gotta score at least a couple points in my favor before you guys make me a killer. Please wait! If you run like that, your wounds! It's alright, the mistress is more important. Please hold with your horses, everyone! Trying to lure everyone out at once. That saves me some time. Huh? What do you mean? Lynn Rainweb, stay here and block the path of anyone who comes this way. Block the way? Wait, hold on a second! As I thought, you stayed behind. It is Gordon, isn't it? What a sloppy crime it turned out to be. Once I realized the answer, no tricks or anything? Well, though I suppose you may be right, that such things aren't necessary for you. But even forgiving that, your killing of Lynn Rainweb was far too crude. Wasn't that practically an admission of who you really are? Well? Who is the murderer? The vampire is ready to name the killer. Use the information you've gathered to select who it is. If you want to view a map of the mansion, click or tap here to open it up.